for them. And when you come up in this type of situation, quite often it's very important to get the ringleaders, the bad students who have a big following, to be the students that you want to focus on. You want to get them on your side as quickly as possible, because they're going to have a lot of influence on the rest of the class. Students also are going to learn what types of behaviors influence the teacher. They're going to learn what type of behavior makes the teacher happy or makes the teacher upset. If I have a naughty student, I'm pointing to him a lot, he must have been a very naughty student, and I say something to him, the rest of the class could learn essentially from his mistake. So sometimes that one-to-one interaction equals an interaction between the teacher and all 30 students in the class. Not only socially in terms of the way they should behave, but also cognitively. That means that he answers a question incorrectly and I help him correct it. The other students could learn from that. And this is a very important attitude. Today I might spend some time trying to get my students to behave in a certain way, and I might not see improvement, but I want to try to do something that's going to make tomorrow better as a result of today. That's quite important. Quite often we don't look at the long-term effects, but we look more at the short-term effects of things. How long have you been teaching in Thailand? 14 years. You've been here a long time? How long have you been here? 19th year? Oh, I didn't realize you were here that long. Okay. Okay. I want you to think about this. What lesson have you learned from your experience about what helps make Thai students work effectively in the class? You have 14 years experience, you have 19 years experience. What's one thing you learned that you can share with the rest of us? The single thing that you think is most important in getting Thai students to work. I want you to think about it before you start talking, and I want the rest of you to think about it as well. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 minutes to think about from your experience. If you only have 2 years experience, that's fine. If you have 20 years experience, that's fine. Think about the single thing you find that works really well with Thai students. Okay? They have to be Thai students. If you have experience in the Philippines, don't count that because it's quite different. Okay? Then I'm going to ask you to share your idea. I'll give you 2 minutes to think about it. So your idea might be something which maximizes learning, or it might be something that creates a good atmosphere. Okay, I'm sure you have a good idea to share with us. Go ahead.
In a cultural context, the most important thing is to build self-esteem in individual kids. And there are strategies and things that can be done, but to make kids feel that they are good enough to become leaders.
Right.
This is a culture lacking leadership, and our job is to build self-esteem in individuals, especially women, so that they can assume leadership roles.
Can you give us 1 or 2 strategies that you find successful in doing that? Theater.
We do theater.
Oh, okay, I agree. That would
the
be great.
best one.
Okay. Yeah. Other than that, anything else?
individual projects that demonstrate
Oh, okay.
what they can do,
Right.
independent of their peers.
Right. Okay. Great. You have a lot of experience. What do you find works very well in working with Thai students?
I'm thinking about Jen Jeffrey also, self-esteem.
Ah,
Yeah, we have to build the self-esteem of every individual in the classroom. And what I did in the classroom is sometimes, like, what my experience here is I try to befriend them outside, but inside I am the authority in the classroom.
Right.
Yes, and outside all of them are my friends.
Okay.
So when I try to teach them in the classroom, maybe it's not the same as other teachers, but I find it easy to deal with them in their discipline.
Okay.
Because okay, when for example in terms of music, because I know music, okay, so they love to sing, they love to whatever they want to about music, so I try to play with them. I'm good in other things like crossword or whatever. I try to play with them, and then they learn something from me, and also that learning, it creates an atmosphere inside the classroom different, like, okay, you're good in this, okay, so like they believe in me,
Right.
in whatever I say in the classroom, something like that.
Okay.
I befriend them
Mhm.
outside the class,
Outside the classroom.
and then inside the classroom I am the authority.
Okay. Fine. Does anybody else have something they want to share? Chris? That's right.
Just in me, I've only been here 2 years, and so one of the things I learned to do, especially true, I think, in Thailand, is let them do lots and lots of stuff in either pairs or groups. And when I say let me even like code a toilet or whatever, they just like very social, and it's really work well in little groups. And it's like,
One thing that I have found unique to Thailand, like other places in the country, is that Thai students really like to be challenged beyond their comfort zone. It's almost like they like to move.
Right.
Because with the girl, they like it. They like it because that's what they achieve. It just means so much more. And I think maybe that's because they're culturally, they're pampered, and they really like being pushed beyond where they're comfortable. And they excel in it. And that feels
Right.
I would modify that because they either excel or crash. I've done that, and it can go both ways. But yeah, I agree.
Any other ideas?
I found that Thai students like to have short projects or exercises done in the classroom, not as a homework, and be graded immediately.
Okay, they like the instant feedback, and they want to do the work in the classroom. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, okay, so you feel that in a traditional Thai classroom, they don't get enough praise. Right. I found from my experience, and all these things I think reflect our personality more than anything. But I find what the single key thing for me is to give them activities that they find engaging. Okay? Give them activities which they find motivating. Now the trick is, certain things like hangman, they might find engaging, but it doesn't have any learning value. So you want to give them something that's engaging and also has a lot of learning value, like drama, something that has a lot of learning value. Or doing a project where they have to find information on the internet, have to display it, have to get up and make a presentation. If they're engaged, then I find most of the discipline problems fade away. I also find it's very easy to get them to push themselves. I also find it's easy to get them to do things which require them to be a little bit more creative and a little bit more critical, to apply thinking skills. Okay? Well, do you have any words of wisdom you want to share with us about working with Thai students? Because I'm sure you have a lot of experience too.
The classes that I teach at SATIC is a lot bigger than our class at IEP. It's like from 30 students up. I used to have like 45 students in one class. So it's a really mixed class. Everything mixed. Gender, language ability, family background. And teaching this kind of class takes a lot of patience and techniques. Some work, some didn't. Usually what I do with my class, maybe is in the Thai culture that students always listen to the teacher. So it's a little easier than teaching classes IEP, where students are very, independent and a little spoiled, but not bad, but just spoiled. They just want to do what they want to do, not they have to do. And unlike the student in my class over at the regular program, they come from not very wealthy students. So all of them have motivation in their mind. They want to be at the top of something. They want to achieve something. They want to get richer as themselves in the future. So they are more motivated in a sense. But anyway, there are some students who come from family with family problems. Parents are separated, or parents do not have time to take care of them, and these are quite something which is not normally within the teaching kind of thing, but it's psychological. It's a student's characteristic which the teachers need to understand and find some time, like Ajahn Tess did after class. We might need to pet them, be on their side sometime, but at the same time, you have to be yourself. You have to be a teacher. You have to be a second parent, like in the Thai culture. Teach them from right from wrong, something like that. I think the methodology in the classroom is not quite different from IEP, but there's something more to cope with outside the classroom.
Are you ready for lunch? You look like a hungry guy. Yeah? Oh, it's amazing when I say lunch, everyone always wants to show me their watch. Does that mean you're going to give me your watch? Are you ready for lunch? Hiuไหม? ไม่หิวก็ดี อยู่ที่นี่รอก็ได้ Okay, you three can stay. Don't go anyplace. You don't want to go anywhere. And the rest of you can go to lunch. What time should they come back? 1 o'clock. Now, do you want to join them? Okay.